Good to see you again. I saw you on some wonderful videos at Charter. When the seniors are walking down the hallway and y'all are doing your stuff.
Yeah, that was fun.
I didn't get to see it.
Somebody.
I didn't even know that existed, I'm not gonna lie.
No, but it's exciting.
Well, it'll be me in 2 years.
No, we're not thinking about that yet. I'm not ready.
We're already stressing about junior year. We got senior year.
Yeah, we're stuck. I'm just focusing on this summer. Yeah. She has a couple of things to do. I'm like, just focus on that. Not thinking about, So where's your daughter going?
Okay.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's very she's excited. It's fun because she's
Oh no, adulting.
Once you get there, you have to go through this, because she has all these forms to fill out, But she's 18 now, so we can't go out.
I heard you have to make sure you get a proxy in case, just to make sure. Yeah, it's scary. See, I grew up in India. We were like, even if you're 35, you're still, the parents have the rights over it. So, like, we don't have that formal, all the health forms and stuff. So when, the 18th, one of my friends, one of the kids I know, she started getting all these forms about separate healthcare and all that, and she's like, I'm only 18. Why am I getting?
Give them a little bit of a transition period, right?
Yeah, there is. 17, 18.
Does that even count as a transition period? It's just like, hey, you're an adult now. Have fun with the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute, buddy. I just finished high school. What are we doing here? Surprise! You're an adult.
Yeah. There's no spots. I don't mind standing.
I don't know, but there may be some over there.
Okay. I'll figure it out. Or we'll just stand over there.
You can just stand in the corner.
Yeah.
Kayla will notice us.
Kayla, yeah, he was like, do I need to go? I'm like, yeah, you need to go.
Kayla has the observation skills of a brain.
Like, that sounds exactly like him. Do I need to?
Yeah. I'm like, go pick up that piece of paper. And he's like, it's a piece of paper. I already have 20,000 of those. I'm like, go pick up the piece of paper.
Yeah, he's from a different planet.
How are you? Wonderful and beautiful. here.
Me or him? And then me, right?
Yep.
Thank you so much. Thank you for everything.
You are the best. Absolute best. Best parents. Best kids. This is awesome.
Good morning, Warrior family. My name is Jay Bassinelli, and I am the proud principal of the premier comprehensive middle school in the state of Delaware, DuPont. At this time, I would call up the Vice President of our National Junior Honor Society, Amaya Davis, to come lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. This time, I'm going to call up Mr. Zuka, Abbas Shalil, and Ethan Saeed, Ian Gavin, and Connor Smith to play the next one. Wow, that was amazing. All right, so class of 2025, you have left such a great impression on us here at HP. I want you to know that the beginning part of the speech, the quote-unquote funny part, was pretty challenging to come up with because of your high character, your excellent decision making, and by just what you did every single day at our school all 3 years. And that was just, you made great memories, and you also have left such a lasting impression on your teachers that they are not even looking forward to you moving on to high school. Some of them said, what did you say? So I think that just speaks so highly of you, and please know we are so proud of you. We find you little things. So first, this grade had great passion in their canon moments throughout the years. 6th grade, little lights go out in the middle of the day, always fun. 7th grade, something occurs in the bathroom I prefer not to talk about. And then, of course, 8th grade, all year long, they are waiting patiently for their canon moment. And boy, did they ever have one on the ride back from college. That will wait one little second to get back that moment. You guys had lots of fun in 7th grade. The teachers loved when you dressed up like in giblets. When you started doing the day, you dressed up as giblets. Don't ever forget that time when you were attacked by your 7th grade teachers with the water balloons. And also at HB, we pride ourselves on making sure you are college and career ready. That's how we work with photo behind the scenes. We work hard on vocabulary, and then we have quite the entrepreneur in the audience right now. So this is my 9th year principal. I think my 2nd year, a few parents started this little social media site called DuPont Resale. So what DuPont Resale is a social media site where parents try to resell spiritware to make a little extra money. Now, throughout the entire history of the site, not once has there ever been a student on there. But amongst you today is quite the entrepreneur. So now the DuPont Resale site is going to take a couple of things that 14-year-olds might not be familiar with. Number one, it's called a push pickup. So I'm not sure you've quite got used to that. Number two is Venmo, which will be heading your way one day, but not quite there. And then number three, the most shocking part, is called Facebook, which most 14-year-olds in this universe do not know what Facebook is. Raise your hand if you don't have a clue what Facebook is. Yes, so one mom was trying to have quite a little side hustle, making quite a lot of money, so very, very impressive. All right, so let's talk about that bus ride home from coffee launch. Now, it's got to start 2 days before it takes place. Mrs. Scholl in my office, we are looking for a potential candidate for this school. Now, that Thursday, 8th grade boys will become college, just had a phenomenal time. Miss King put together this really cool video. It just looked like a good old time. Everyone was collaborating, teamwork, time of their lives. Now, the same thing goes on that Friday with the girls. They go to college. They're having a nice drive back on Route 1 in Jennersville and everything goes wrong. So specifically, the tire blows out on the bus number 1. The brakes go out, and then the bus catches on fire, right? Just what you want on a Friday afternoon when you're trying to go to some sushi table, right? And sure enough, the worst part too is all the students, chaperones, staff members on bus number 2 drive by. Even worse, they see the fire, right? So now those students are at all alert in terms of how scared they are from their friends, their peers. And then, sure enough, we're so blessed to have 2 great chaperones and Miss King either way. I cannot be more proud of how our student team that building. They listen to their teacher. We talk about all 3 years, right? In emergencies, what do? You stay calm, you listen to your teacher. And they did an absolutely magnificent job of that. Everyone got all safe. And now we're in the process of getting everybody's property back from insurance. So, can you please give those students, those chaperones, and teachers, Alright, so this is my last piece of advice for the class of 2025. It is this. Records are meant to be broken. Throughout your life, so many people are going to ask you why. I challenge you to say, why not? Right? Why not be the person that is the first person to invent carbon flies? Why not be the person to cure a disease that was once thought to be incurable? Right? Through time, people have always stepped into the challenge and done things that had never been done before. In 1932, many people told Amelia Earhart that she, right, would not be able to cross the Atlantic Ocean. And sure enough, she did, right? For 39 years, everyone said in 1985, Chicago Bears had the greatest defense in the history of the NFL. Along comes the 2024 Philadelphia Eagles. Super Bowl champion time now. Led by one of the strongest fronts in the history of the land, and sure enough, I'm going to raise up for this. Maria Curie, everyone said she could never invent what she did. Records are meant to be broken. Someone in this audience could do the unthinkable. Believe in yourself, challenge yourself, and never forget where you want to be. Right? Because in this group, you should be thinking about being at the very top. Next up, we are going to honor some organizations. So when your group is called, can you please stand? We'll give you a round of applause. First off, if you remember Best Buddies or Unified Partners led by Mrs. Bach and Mrs. Pundle, please stand. If you remember Business Professionals of America led by Mr. Kessler, please stand up. If you remember the FCCLA led by Mr. Brady, please stand up. If you remember Math Council led by Mr. Cook, please stand up. If you remember Math League led by Mr. Cook and Mr. Thompson, please stand up. If you remember our outstanding musical, Alice in Wonderland Jr., led by Miss Daly, please stand up. If you remember our National Junior Honor Society led by Mrs. Danner, please stand up. If you remember our state champion Science Olympiad team led by Mr. Constantine, Mrs. Cordell, and Mrs. Hasman, please stand up. If you were a member of our state champion Technology Student Association led by Mr. Wilson, please stand up. If you remember our Border Strong Positive Behavior Sports team ambassadors led by Mrs. Hammery and Mrs. Danaker, also known as the PA. If you remember our yearbook committee led by Mr. Wilson, please stand up. If you remember our championship field hockey team led by Mrs. Hughes and Mr. Mance, please stand up. If you remember our district co-ed soccer team led by Mr. Fairfield, Mr. Newcott, and Mr. Nana, please stand up. If you remember our girls volleyball championship team led by Ms. King, please stand up. If you remember our championship co-ed cross-country team led by Ms. Van Horn and Mr. McManus, please stand up. If you remember our district runner-up boys basketball team led by Mr. Daly and Mr. Gossett, please stand up. If you remember our championship girls basketball team led by Mr. Miller and Mr. Fairfield, please stand up. If you remember our cheerleading squad led by Ms. Johnson, please stand up. If you remember our championship wrestling team led by Mr. Kessler, please stand up. If you remember our championship baseball team led by Mr. Fairfield and Mr. Daly, please stand up. If you remember our boys and girls team led by Mr. Cook, Mr. Lucy, and Mr. Brady, please stand up. If you you're a member of our wonderful Office Girls Lacrosse team led by Mr. Constantine and Mr. Mance, please stand up. If you're a member of our championship softball team led by Mr. Gosser and Mr. DuPont, please stand up. If you're a member of our Carolina track and field team led by Mr. McManus, Ms. Van Horn, Ms. Kelsey, and Ms. Sanders, please stand up. And if you're a member of our boys volleyball team led by Mr. Kane and Mr. Campbell, please stand up. At this time, I would like to call National Junior Honor Society President Elijah Quinnell to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. I am Elijah Cornell, and it is my honor to stand before you as the proud president of DuPont's NJHS chapter. As we celebrate the milestone of middle school graduation, I want to take a moment to reflect on our middle school careers. We have led, learned, and grown together while traversing the journey of middle school. We have been exposed to many opportunities like EPA, GSA, Science Olympiad, FCCLA, the school play, sports, honor classes, NJHS, and more. From curious elementary school students and confident young people. But would any of this be possible without the extraordinary staff here? I think not. Our teachers, administrators, and staff have made this middle school ride all the better through hard work, determination, and smiles every morning. Their motivation has shaped DuPont into more than just a school, a place of inspiration, opportunity, and success. So thanks to all the staff for making our middle school experience worthwhile. We also owe a great debt to our parents and guardians whose support, wisdom, and encouragement have shaped us into the young leaders that we are today. And lastly, thank you to the class of 2021 for making engagement Middle School truly the best in the school. As we step in on this, let's do so boldly, so they can take on new challenges, embrace opportunities, and leave a lasting impact on the world. And never forget that we are Warrior Strong. Thank you.
This time, I can call to the stage Brendan Minton.
Hello, my name is Brendan Minter, and this is my last day, along with many others, of being an 8th grader at HB. I feel like it was just a week or two ago when I was stepping into HB on my first day of 6th grade, being greeted by Mr. Bastinelli in the corridor line, and yet somehow, here I am speaking at my 8th grade graduation. Time has flown by, and in just a couple more months, we will be taking a big step into new education experiences as we enter 9th grade. This school has brought all of us so much, from the inspiring teachers to all of the wonderful opportunities HB DuPont Middle School has set us up for the future, wherever that may lead us. We will be taking different paths next year, continuing our journey through life as we take on the future that lies ahead. The wonderful teachers here at HB have worked so hard to set all of us up for success, and their thoughtfulness and the lessons they taught to take us so far in life. All of the high schools that we have chosen to attend are now waiting our arrival. It is truly astonishing to think that in just a couple of months, we will be excited to entering a new school. The future is a growing thing, and we will all be welcomed into each of our respective schools with the opportunity to experience new friends, new teachers, and much more. So many brand new opportunities and adventures will come with a fresh and compelling school environment. All of the amazing things that we have been taught will be taken with us and applied through our next upcoming years at school. As said by Walt Disney, we keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things because we're curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. Entering a new school brings so many new opportunities and events that we will be able to take part in. This is a big step towards educational goals and hopes. Stated by Harriet Tubman, every great dream begins with a dreamer, Always remember that you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars and change the world. Keep dreaming big as the next step of entering high school brings us. Always remember to be passionate about the things that you care about, and to look ahead with knowledge and confidence that you can do anything.
This time I would call Courtney Herman-Sanders to the stage.
Good morning. I'm Courtney Herman. It is an honor to be speaking today on behalf of my classmates to reflect on our time at HB. Remember how nervous we were on the very first day? It feels like just yesterday we were anxiously entering 6th grade, attempting to learn how to open tricky lockers, manage our time in the hallways, find our way around the building, and navigate all the ups and downs of middle school. We wondered if we would have classes with friends and how much time we would get for our own work. Sometimes the workload was overwhelming, and we thought it would never end. But in the end, it made us stronger and more resilient. Through it all, we have had fun, and more importantly, we've grown and become better people, ready to make our difference and leave our indelible mark on this world. We have matured and grown a tremendous amount over the past 3 years in our knowledge, independence, confidence, friendships, and southern life. We have persevered through learning to write essays, solve complicated math equations, conduct science experiments, and work collaboratively with our peers. We have also learned necessary social skills, such as effectively communicating, being empathetic, inclusive, and advocating for ourselves and others. Now, here we are, gathered together, a final time as HB DuPont warriors before we move on in different directions. Ahead lies the next exciting chapter of our lives. Many thanks to everyone who helped us along our middle school journey. Teachers, thank you for being there for us, giving us your attention and patience, even when there were times we did not make it very easy. Thank you to our friends for being there through the ups and downs and making unforgettable memories together. To our friends, to our families, thank you for everything. You are always our biggest supporters, and although we may not always show it, we are extremely grateful for you. As we move forward today, let's remember we carry a piece of HB with us, and we are Warrior Strong.
All right, next up, we're going to honor some individuals who had outstanding accolades throughout the 2024-2025 school year. So in your name, stand up. National Junior Honor Society officers, the president was Elijah Cornell, vice president Maya Davis, treasurer Tristan Hahn, and secretary Eva Thomas. Eddie Chen was first place in the entire state of Delaware in math counts. Eddie Chen was first place in math league in the state of Delaware. And the team of Gail, Edward, Ethan, Sebastian, Ethan placed third. For PPA Nationals, the 5 students qualified and participated in Orlando, Florida. Ethan Exai, Dylan Ju, Kat Wang, Eric Griffin, all did financial portfolio team. Emma Zhang, the business fundamental concepts. Daniel Alice, the computer literacy concepts. Elijah Cornell, Isaiah Cornell, Tristan Parker, and Caleb Jacob placed second in the United States in video production. Elizabeth Wallstrom, computer literacy concepts. Elizabeth Wallstrom, word processes. Let's give them a round of applause. The following students thrived at the state level FCCLA conference. Addison Nicole, the president, was a gold medalist. Courtney Hermansager was the first vice president. She was a gold medalist. Mary Hall was the VP of Community Service. She was a gold medalist. Layla Murray was the VP of Finance. Justin Ness was the VP of Programs, earned a gold medal. Gabriel Scott was the vice president of Parliamentary Law, earned a gold medal. And Charlotte Weiss was the VP of Public Relations. She also earned a gold medal. Alright, the following members of our state champion science Olympiad team. Adrian Carrillo was 5th place in experimental design, 8th place in tower. Anna Long was 3rd place in dynamic planet, 5th place in experimental design. Rylan Tran was 3rd place in dynamic planet, 5th place in experimental design. KR was 2nd in air trajectory, 2nd disease detectives, 1st in micro missions, 2nd in wind power. Eddie Chen was 1st in curve busters, 1st in optics, 6th in scrambler, 2nd in wind power. Isan He was 1st in curve busters, 6th in scrambler. Avkash Shabil was 4th in ping pong parachute, 4th in etymology. Ryan Terranova was 1st in optics, 4th in etymology, and 4th in ping pong parachute. And Sophia Schubert was 8th in climb busters and 5th in white in The back cover of our yearbook is designed by Ryan Terranova, and Danielle DiClemente, and Arena did the school calendar throughout the year. For our medal honors, the Leadership Award goes to Ayana Sims, the Most Compassionate Student Award goes to Alcina Boyer, the Most School Spirit goes to Giovanna Silva, the Perseverance Award goes to Sarah Dennis, and the Kindness Award goes to Daniel Kelly. The following students won the award for multi-literacy. This is a certificate that serves as a credential that recognizes the high level of proficiency in more than one language. The following students earned the Diamond Award. Santiago Cantor Z. Papiria, Raul Morales Gonzalez, Ariana Maria, Miley Pina Campanan, and Kevin Varaga Florence. The following students led our Technology Student Association State Championship. First place shot team was Ethan Xie, Isan He, Christian Penn Garcia. Second place in cybersecurity was Edward Chen. First place in leadership strategies was Isan He and Ethan Xie. Second place in leadership strategies was Christian Penn Garcia. First place in promotional marketing was Daniel Alas. First place in STEM animation was Daniel Alas, Luis Cervantes, and Leon Tong. First place in coding was Isan He and Ethan Xie. First place in website design was Daniel Alas, Luis Cervantes, Isan He, Christian Penn Garcia, and Ethan Xie. First place in tech ball was Hagar and Christian Penn Garcia. These two also came first in the nation last year. Second place in tech ball was Edward Chen, and third place in tech ball was Isan He. Ethan Xie. Our band director award winner in all-state band is Anna Long. This time I would call Mr. Lyons to review British other things.
That's when I came. I'm friends with his son. I was in gym class. He's like, I was like, yes.
Green,
Teacher for
Diego Alice. Adia Al-Qafi. Jacob Allen. William Anderson. Mariagi Adez Udoi. Anthony Bachelet. Sierra Banks. J.P. Parker. Tyler Becerra. Landon Better. Eva Messenger. Sophia Patola. Nina Bojanowski. Cameron Boston. Abigail Bravo Commercial. Kaden Brown. Griffin Brown. Grant Truns. Tegan Barney. Lady Karen Galano. Melanie Castillo Sanchez. Serafina Ciro. Lily Caldwell. Alyssa Calabrese. Ethan Troy. Danica Cintron. Emily Lucas. Andrew Coates. Dice Collins. Ryan Conway. Santiago Cantor. Ivan Carvajal Serrano. Luis Cervantes. Stephen Chase. Edward Chen. Akash Shetty. Emma Copeland. Adria Coriel. Zach Costanzo.
Yeah, Zach! Woo!
Katie Prado. Cole Greasy. Zacharias Burgos. Bobby Dawson. Asaya Warrior. Rowan Devine. Joshua Saji.
It's nice that I got run to my other son's.
Sarah Dennis. Sarah Dansler. Aiden Dassler. Chloe Dassler. Armani Davis. Renata Davis. Jeremiah Dennis. Kaylee Dennis. Angel Luis Diaz. Danielle Clemente. Chris Doherty. Cameron Green. Maria Rivera Bruno. Tyler Drake. Gavin Elliott. Maggie Ellis. Marshall Alejandro. Sebastian Erickson. Olivia Esposito. Bailey Evans. Angelina Evans. Reed Ewing. Jacob Friel. Michael Figueroa. Dante Flores Perez. Rebecca Flores Alvarado. Trevor Corbin. Henry Freeberg. Emma Butiki. Giannis Jenner. Sonia Jones. Kristen Hoff. Abigail Hay. Cole Haley. Mary Hall. Faith Harmon. Tess Barr. Alana Sherry. Madison Harvey. Nolan Hayden. Lily Hagelman. Isa Hadidi. Sarah Heist. Courtney Hermsey. Alessia Hernandez Aguirre. Cameron Hernandez. Avery Hunter. Leah Miyata. Addison Engel. Justice Jackson. Caleb Jacob. Laura Honey Carzano. Jalissa Jameson. Lucia Jenkins. Julian Johnson. Sky Johnson. Cameron Jones. William Gallen. Cole Kennedy. Katie Gallagher. Ron Clement. Susanna Klotzbach. Tyler Gush. Zachary Gush. Nicholas Latterly. Theodore Lasmanando. Cameron Ladder. Rachel Lee. Anna Schindler. Sam Leader. Sarah Fiddle. Diana Louie. Dana Long. Jalen Long. Sam Loudon. Donovan Lynn. Ryan McGuire. Adam Marshall. Axel Martinez Escobar. Rory Mathis. Milo McCullough. Jaden McGinnis. Olivia McGee. Leah McLaughlin. Andrew McNicholas. Madison Burkett. Willow Filler. Jada Billy White. Marina Victoria. Quickly injured. Kevin Fearless Castaneda. Candace Ford. Abby Ford. Rebellion Ford Gonzalez. Felice Morales. Jocelyn Morales Potter. Leila Murray. Marina Muriuka. Emily Najira. Peter Nolly. Zachary Ward. Addison Nicholson. Gianna Norris. William O'Donnell. Mary Lisa Casio. Lonnie Ogden Mason. Debbie Alvera. Tristan Parikh. Laura Patel. Georgia People. Miley Mayer. Christian Payne Garcia. Angel Perez Sacramento. Richard Perry. Ryan Petrio. Gabriel Pitt. Lacey Morlack. Tiberius Powell. Zachary Powers. Peter Lotto. Mason Turtek. Ayala Sims. Elijah Quinnell. Kevin Bernier. Leilani Raymond. Elizabeth Wallstrom. Vanessa Lee. Alan Reuter. Gabby Brandon Sousa. Emmanuel Rico Carball. Juliana Romero Cruz. Mariana Romero Cruz. Ian Ross. Robert Priscillo. Hugo Ruggieri. Anthony Butter. Jordan Sayani. Rocky Salvatore. Megan Schlupp. Dustin Shura. Sophia Schubert. Cameron Schumacher. Gabriel Scott. Jesus Adora Ramirez. Eve Casario. Riel Schreier. Joseph Stinsky. Christian Stonewall. Rocco Smith. Connor Smith. Darius Smith. Kara Schneider Skinner. Isabella Spain. Macy Spears. Grace Spinelli. Ruth Stevens. Noah Smith. Keyshawn Stewart. Sophia Stewart. Vincent Stringer. Chase Serby. William Schweitzer. Ethan Garcia. William Cohn. Samantha Van Warren. Shakani Vasquez National. Kristen Vasquez. Angel Vasquez. Kevin Rivera Flores. Emily Villalobos. Mackenzie Wall. Jamie Waters. Stanley Warwinsky. Scarlett Houston. Bailey Williams. Liana Williams Torres. Donna Reeves. Eva Wolski. Jennifer Long. Carl Runa. Ethan Exani. Jake Devonshon. Melissa Morales-Morales. Emma Zhang. Carter Brown. Charlie Gibbs. Jay McCoy. Salvo Jimenez. Congratulations, class of 2025. First, I just want to thank our teachers, our staff. We are so blessed at HP to have truly the best of the best. So if you know why your children come home with great stories every day, or say they learn this, they learn that, we have exploratory teachers, we have 8th grade teachers, we have a bunch of current parents of 8th grade students who are also staff members who can make you travel well. Next up, Mrs. Scholl just does an absolutely incredible job of running the ceremony from top to bottom. The amount of hours and logistical work she puts in to make this flawless truly never goes unnoticed. So can you please give her a big round of applause? I would like to thank Mrs. Beck and Dr. Downs, as well as the rest of the 6th grade and 7th grade staff hold down the fort. So if they're not here, can you give them a round of applause? I would like to thank our senior secretary, Mrs. Stewart, who does such an outstanding job of helping run our school. She was with us here today. I'd like to thank 2 people that have been with you through thick and thin. They know your stories as well as all 262 of you do, right? They've been there for you when you need them, and I know they're so excited to see all the great places you are going to go. Mr. Lyons and Mrs. Hogan, please give them a big round of applause. Last thing to say, as of now, you're done. You're no longer HB students. You're not going to come back, but you will always get your child.
Congratulations to girls.